So I done goofed.
Oh!
While trying to get the RE9 Platinum Trophy, I made a pretty critical mistake that cost me an extra playthrough of the game.
That has to be planned by them. That's well done.
The thing is, I could have gotten everything for the Platinum Trophy in 3 playthroughs, which I think is pretty good. Due to a sudden dip in IQ, I had to play through a 4th time. Before we get into it, I would like to say that I rarely platinum games. The last game I platinumed was Clair Obscure a year ago, but you'd have to go back over a decade of gaming to find any other platinum trophies.
Oh, Infamous, that's right.
When did I do that?
2014. Christ almighty. That was me at my peak almost.
So when I say I stumbled into this platinum, I really did. I simply enjoyed playing the game so much that I ended up only 1 trophy away. 97% complete. So close, and honestly, I would normally let something like this go since platinums aren't a big thing in my gaming experience. The frustrating thing that drove me to play the entire game over again was the fact that I could have had 100% already, except my mistakes led me to this 97%, and I just couldn't let that slide. So let's take a look at how we got to the 97% in 3 runs, and you'll probably get a better idea of why this 4th run had to happen. My first run was probably as typical as any other.
Unused? Okay, I'd probably steal a couple rolls, bro. Free toilet paper? It seems fine.
I groveled around in the dark as Grace.
Pretty good. Pretty good pathing.
And then absolutely cleaned the place out as Leon.
Oh, no. Oh my god, I'm peak combat right now.
I honestly like the contrast between the 2 experiences, going from scared to secure with a quick switch of perspective and of course years of military training.
Where did he get this mother? Oh, PG? Are you kidding?
Then, after completing this run, we pulled up our big kid pants and head into the lethal difficulty. No special guns or infinite ammo for this run, just purely riding the extremely steep skill curve. I think Leon definitely has an extra dose of the virus in this lethal mode because, god damn, it's tough.
Don't hit the car at me. Yeah.
Nevertheless, we force Victor to drop that delicious RPG from his parasitic little sausages, and we Leon Kennedy another bad guy. Fantastic, honestly it was pretty rewarding to beat the game this way. And with those credits from our victories, we are now able to essentially break the game, which leads us to our main playthrough that I want to talk about. Run 3, the victory lap. After the nightmare that was lethal difficulty, I was far too excited for lore-accurate Leon and Grace, especially with the infinite ammo Requiem. I was finally able to do things I considered a waste of resources or time, or just straight up out of my skill range. I could finally kill the Resident Evil version of a thwomp that terrorized me the entire opening Grace section, get that triple kill with the Requiem that I figured was above my pay grade and I would end up wasting ammo for, and of course finally find the last 2 damn raccoon statues. Those sneaky little bastards evaded the hell out of me for 2 runs. It was so frustrating to see 23 out of 25 for so long, but we found them. However, if I was going to do a full run anyway, why not go big? Why not knock out one of those pricey challenges that could get me the juicy RPG and infinite durability for my melee? And with infinite ammo, I planned never to get near any zombies anyway unless its head was plastered to the wall by a Requiem shot. So healing didn't seem like a priority. Thus, I committed to never touch the stuff, as they say. Yeah, I would nearly softlock myself a few times because of this.
No way, Leon! Who is doing this to me?
And to add on to that, if I wasn't touching the green stuff, why not skip out on the red stuff too? A true minimalist run. That's right, this victory lap became a no healing and essentially no crafting run. Pro tip though for anyone trying these 2 in the same run, for the Grace section, the stabilizer and steroid shots you get from spending coins in the early game in the care center do not actually count as med injectors, herbs, or blood collection, but they do heal. So these are your only 2 healings for the game as Grace, so I suggest you use them more sparingly than I did. Trust me, it'll help you not get softlocked or nearly softlocked later in the game. Other than a few minor hiccups along the way, the Requiem sweeps the opening Grace section and we get to the point where we can save Emily from her glass prison. Here, I make a very important save. This save is where the first domino falls, where greed starts to sprout, where I ask a very daring question. Could I do this in under 4 hours as well? I mean, if I'm already going to run past every item, except ones that progress the story, I might as well sprint for the finish. The only problem was I had no idea if I'd already spent too long in this section. I kinda took my time in this area to relieve some stress from the lethal difficulty, so I hadn't exactly rushed anywhere. Leon's gonna be in for a surprise when he sees the fresh coating of red paint on every wall and floor tile of this care center. So with over an hour gone, more than 25% of my allotted time, I was gonna have to haul some serious ass. And thus began the race for what I call the trifecta. No healing, no bloodcraft, and full speed ahead. What made me think I could do this?
Bro, imagine slipping. Oh!
Not a clue. I've never gotten a single one of these types of achievements in any other Resident Evil game. Never even really tried, but all three, right here, right now, sure, let's get it. Unfortunately, almost immediately, the stressfulness of this run began to set in. With the new time constraint, I felt compelled to speed through everything. However, without heals or the speedrunning skills that I needed, I ran into a lot of sloppy zombie encounters. And each one of these that I messed up put Grace and Leon in a very precarious positions where I was left with one hit for long periods of time. But if I was too careful and slowed down too much, I felt I'd never make it to the finish line in time. This cycle persisted for most of the run. Anytime I managed to get through a section decently or get some plot health back for whatever reason, I'd immediately rush headlong into the next section only to take a severe amount of damage and immediately revert to a humble shuffle forward.
Leon, no! I'm telling you to do so many other things!
Eventually, we cleared the Marie section.
I didn't even know she could do that. Okay. Thank God that didn't do any damage.
And limp into Raccoon City at just over 2 hours. The Grace section had eaten more than half of our time at this point. If the Leon section went similarly, I was not feeling great about getting this under 4 hours.
I have 2 hours to clutch this. I don't know if I have that. This part's pretty big.
Luckily for me, Leon is Leon. He's a zombie killing machine, nearly unkillable even with the virus nerf. And when I say nearly, I mean he nearly died quite a few times.
No, I couldn't hit it. Oh, Jesus.
This spider almost bottled my run because he didn't kill me, but he got me so low on HP. I took far too much damage here, leaving me with one hit for the rest of the Leon section. I literally just got here. But in a way, this helped because I didn't have time to slow down and I couldn't get hit anymore. So I had no choice but to be perfect.
Couldn't let him shoot even a bullet. I'm like literally one shot.
This was kind of extremely difficult though, because any section with the machine gun zombies started to rack up my kill counter. These guys would continually snipe the hell out of me, especially with the glass floor section. I thought for sure I was soft locked here.
Oh, Jesus! From where? God forbid there's a guy out of sight underneath me that only wakes up with a submachine gun. Who is doing this to me? You little bitch. Thank God.
And if there's a will, there's a way, and we pushed on to get to C4 and explode our way into the bike section, and luckily, this got us some more plot HP. Thank you, Victor. And hello, familiar face. Our building, that is. Oh no, wait, that is a familiar face. And here, we enter the super tyrant fight.
Okay, if we can get to Arc in 45, we're chilling.
I was really dragging this fight because it was awful on lethal difficulty, but yeah, this time around he was no match for the infinite Requiem and shotgun shots. Absolute piece of cake. I would honestly be embarrassed if I was him.
I was so worried about this. I was actually so worried that this fight was gonna be a bitch. Oh, it was 5 total Requiem shots and like 1.5 clips of shotgun. That's all? Wait, this is, I'm kind of believing here. Kind of believing this is doable.
But finally, we could move on to, oh no, wait. We gotta pull some weeds first. It's always something, man. I mean, everyone knows that time is CP in this world. So, could you guys just let me through? Thank you. Finally into Arc with 50 minutes remaining.
Yo, dude. Can we do it? What do you think? I have 50 minutes to get through Arc. Do you think it's doable? You don't know if I'm him? I have so many clips of me being him. Ew. Whoa! What the Oh, I'm cooked! Oh, I'm so cooked!
But that's okay, because it's just a Grace section and Leon section, and that's it. And with the Requiem, it'll be,
I'm still injured? No health from that helicopter ride. That's brutal. They even gave Leon health.
It'll be,
Oh, does she not have... Oh, she doesn't.
I completely forgot Grace doesn't get the Requiem here, and since I could only damage upgrade once, her regular pistol is basically useless. It doesn't come close to killing the Lickers fast enough, and even firing at a regular zombie draws too much attention. With guns out of the question, the only option was pure stealth by learning enemy patterns and using whatever the game was gracious, see what I did there, enough to give us. More specifically, I had about one hemolytic ejector, one Molotov, and a few empty bottles from the previous section still left over.
Dude, how are we gonna get through this? We're at 3:17, so I'm doing this 4 hours with like no items. If I had items, this would be a breeze. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. This is gonna have to be so technical.
At least, going forward, we will get some acid bottles, but even those are stuck behind 2 Lickers and a few zombies. No speeding through this one. It was going to take all skill. And I'll be damned if Grace didn't step up to the plate. She was moving like no regular FBI agent should. From distractions to fire to acid, she was a demon to these zombies. And with Umbrella's balls in my hand, we head into the main observation room. I would say Leon should take notes, but he has his own way of dealing with things.
How much time? 27 minutes. Oh, we gotta cook. Oh! Unlimited Leon bullets. Let's go. Oh! No! Leon!
And with the weight limit for the elevator properly enforced, we head into the final section. With another dropped RPG and all the blisters successfully plopped. With another dropped RPG and all the blisters successfully popped, we clear the game. Final time, 3 hours, 42 minutes.
Oh, I know it was standard, I know, but let's go. Never touch the stuff, no blood collector, and speed demon, dude. Let's go. That's what it's all about right there. That's gaming. Hitting the trifecta.
We did it. We scraped it through, and the trifecta was complete, which was honestly an awesome feeling.
Yeah, give me that shit.
And here is where my greed betrayed me, and our fatal mistake that we talked about in the beginning happens. My bank account had me feeling like I could get double meat at Chipotle every time. At least we know how Leon affords the Porsche, and how I could finally buy military-grade weapons of destruction. And I bought them all. Like a kid in a candy store, I went crazy, buying all the guns, all the infinite ammos, infinite durability, everything I could touch, and then I went on concept art because I knew that was an achievement too, so why not get it? And then finally onto the only thing left, the figures. And just like that kid in that candy store, I ran out of money.
Because I need 44 and I only have 3,000. So I will only be able to get 31 of them.
Leaving me with 2 unfinished challenges, view all figures, and the final puzzle. Since I knew the final puzzle was a bit convoluted, I was initially fine with leaving these things incomplete. At least they had each other. But then I checked the trophy list. Big mistake, 97%. That didn't sound like 2 trophies remaining. That sounded like 1 trophy remaining. So I took a scroll through and realized the only thing missing was the figures.
Yeah, I'm 97% to platinum. So literally the last thing I'd have to do is get the final puzzle. Oh no, the last thing I have to do is Model Mania. Oh, that's ass, actually. That's so ass. If you buy all the other shit. Oh, I could have got the platinum, but I bought everything. Oh, abysmal.
The final puzzle wasn't even a part of it, and unlocking all bonus content wasn't either. Meaning if I had just bought the concept art and the figures first before buying everything else, I could have definitely had the platinum right then and there in 3 runs. Something about my own mistake leaving me at 97% just didn't sit right. No coulda, woulda, shouldas around here. Right, if it's not worth it, fine. If it's a whole nother step, I'd have to do a whole nother playthrough to complete this puzzle, to get the achievement. That's just not worth it to me. But could have been? I could have gotten 100%? But I messed up? Yeah, I can't do that around here. So there's only one thing left to do. Solve the final puzzle.
I just had to go flush a toilet 8 times.
Of course, I looked this shit up. There's no way I'm actually solving it on my own, but unfortunately, solving it meant beating everything from Grace's section and onward once again. This is because the doll only appears as you escape the care center, and while there is a box before you get to the helicopter and before the Marie fight, putting the doll in these boxes does not cause her to spawn in old saves. Thus, in the very same day we completed the trifecta, we jumped back into the fray one last time. It's such a crazy thing because, like I said, if the final puzzle had been a trophy to get the platinum, I never would have played this game one time through again to complete the final puzzle. But because I could have gotten the platinum, but I messed up, I will go through the entire game again and do the final puzzle to fix my mistake. So here we are, having to run through everything again with this goddamn doll in the inventory. Luckily this time though, it was a breeze. I had just done most of this literally an hour ago, so I knew where everything was, and this time, you know, I had the RPG, so yeah.
I don't play no game,
Literally a few hours later, I blow Victor to pieces and beat the game once again. Somehow slower than before? How is that? Oh, yeah, I had to wait 15-ish minutes to let the bodies hit the floor, as they say. Checks out, but still about the same, even with the broken RPG and Grace's automatic pistol. But now, with an old save file loaded, Emily in our arms, and Reddit in our brains, we input the final code and hear the fateful sound. We instantly exit the game and buy these damn figures. Don't forget to look at them, and there it is, my 5th ever platinum trophy.
Okay, I haven't gotten a platinum in so long. That's crazy. I haven't seen that in a minute.
I hope you guys enjoyed this wacky journey through RE9. It was a great game, and honestly I thought it was made even better by the fact that simply having fun on a couple playthroughs can get you in spitting distance of the platinum trophy. The only thing lacking on my end was smarts, but I'm sure we'll pick that up in a different game. Until then, see you all in the next one. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Now hop on Overwatch PC. I could, other than the fact that I don't have it downloaded.